Hey everyone, glad you could join me. We just got fresh projections for next year's Social Security Cost of Living Adjustment, COLA, and it's already stirring up quite a bit of debate, not just about the number itself, but about whether it's enough to actually cover what retirees are paying these days. For millions of Americans, this isn't just another statistic, it's a lifeline. The way it's calculated can directly shape your monthly budget. But here's the twist most people aren't hearing about. The formula behind this increase might not truly reflect the real costs older Americans face. That means the raise could feel a lot smaller once it lands in your bank account. And there's more to the story. This isn't just about 2026's numbers. It's about the future of Social Security itself and how today's changes could shape tomorrow's benefits. So stick around, because understanding this update is about more than knowing the percentage. It's about knowing what it really means for you. Before we dive in, let me know in the comments, do you think your benefits have kept up with your living expenses over the last few years? I'd love to hear your take. And if you like getting clear, no-nonsense breakdowns like this, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next update. How the COLA is calculated. The Social Security Administration bases the annual COLA on the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, CPIW. This tracks price changes for a specific basket of goods and services. Every October, they compare the average CPIW for July, August, and September to the same months from the previous year. The percentage change becomes the COLA for the following year. Here's the catch. CPIW reflects the spending habits of urban workers, not retirees. And seniors often spend more on healthcare, housing, and transportation, costs that typically rise faster than general inflation. So, even if the official number looks decent on paper, it may not match what you feel when paying bills or buying groceries. The latest estimate for 2026 based on July's data, the CPIW is up about 2.5% from last year. Analysts now expect the 2026 COLA to land around 2.7%, a bit higher than 2025's 2.5% but far below the pandemic-era jumps of 5.9%, 2022, and 8.7%, 2023. Here's what that means in real terms. Average retired worker, plus $50 a month, from about $2,062. Survivor benefits, plus $39 a month. Disability benefits, plus $36 a month. It's something, but with groceries, gas, and medical bills rising, that bump can vanish quickly. Why it feels smaller than it looked. Surveys show many seniors face expenses CPIW doesn't capture. According to the Senior Citizens League, 20% travel at least 30 minutes to reach healthcare. 3% travel that far for entertainment. Over half either lack public transportation or don't know if it exists. That often means more driving, higher fuel costs, and added maintenance, none of which get fully reflected in the formula. The push for a better measure. Some experts have long called for replacing CPIW with CPIE, Consumer Price Index for the elderly, which focuses more on retirees' actual expenses. But for now, CPIW remains the law. The bigger picture, Social Security's finances. Under President Trump's plan, seniors will get a higher standard deduction from 2025 through 2028, giving immediate tax relief. But less tax revenue also means the Social Security Trust Fund could run out sooner. Projections now suggest the depletion date could shift from 2033 to 2032. Without congressional action, trustees warn of a 25.8% across-the-board benefits cut starting in 2034. For someone retiring at 65 in 2025, that's a potential loss of $176,400 over 25 years. Not just a trim, but life-changing. A look back at COLA history from 2001 to 2020, the average COLA was just 2.2%, with zero increases in 2009, 2010, and 2015. The pandemic years were an exception, driven by inflation that had already happened, meaning by the time the increase arrived, prices were already higher. That's one big flaw. Cola is reactive, not proactive. In 2021, for example, the increase was just 1.3%, and inflation spiked right after, wiping out buying power almost instantly. What you can do now, while you can't change the formula, you can adjust your own finances to stretch your benefits. Review insurance policies for better rates. Use prescription discount programs. Buy non-perishables in bulk during sales. The official 2026 COLA will be announced in October, once August and September inflation numbers are in. The Senior Citizens League will release one last forecast in September, and they've been spot on in recent years. Final thoughts: Social Security is the only inflation-protected income many retirees have, and while COLA helps keep you afloat, it doesn't bail out the water already in the boat. A 2.7% increase might help, but it won't erase the higher costs you've already faced. So, do you think this new estimate keeps up, or does it fall short compared to what you're paying for food, medicine, and utilities? Share your experience in the comments. It might help someone else feel less alone and more prepared.